Are you unknowingly poisoning your immune system every single day with something hiding in your kitchen right now? In the next 15 minutes, I'll reveal the hidden kitchen poison that's silently destroying your body's natural defenses and show you exactly how to eliminate it today. Plus, I'll share the shocking discovery that even doctors missed for decades about this common ingredient that's weakening millions of seniors across America. Betty from Phoenix thought she was eating healthy at 72, but she couldn't understand why she kept catching every cold and flu that came around. After discovering what was really in her everyday meals, she eliminated these hidden poisons and hasn't been sick in over 8 months. Here's exactly what she learned and how you can protect yourself starting today. Hidden Poison 1. Excessive added sugar. The average American senior consumes 22 teaspoons of hidden sugar daily, and most don't even realize it's happening. This isn't just about obvious sweets like cookies and candy. We're talking about the sugar hiding in your morning yogurt, your whole grain cereal, your pasta sauce, and even your supposedly healthy granola bars. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that consuming more than 6 teaspoons of added sugar daily significantly impairs white blood cell function for up to 5 hours after consumption. Your immune cells literally become sluggish and less effective at fighting off infections when sugar floods your bloodstream. Consider this reality. That cup of flavored yogurt you might eat for breakfast contains up to 4 teaspoons of added sugar, and your whole grain cereal adds another 3 teaspoons before you've even left the house. By lunch, you've already exceeded the daily limit that Harvard researchers say begins damaging your immune system. Dr. Frank Hu from Harvard's Department of Nutrition has documented how this sugar overload creates chronic inflammation throughout your body, forcing your immune system to work overtime just to manage the damage from what you're eating. The inflammation doesn't stop when you finish your meal either. It continues circulating through your bloodstream for hours, attacking healthy cells and tissues throughout your body. What makes this situation even more dangerous for seniors is that your body's ability to process sugar efficiently naturally declines with age. Your pancreas doesn't produce insulin as effectively as it did when you were younger, and your cells become more resistant to insulin's effects. This means that the same amount of sugar that might have caused minimal problems in your 40s or 50s now creates significantly more inflammation and immune system disruption in your 60s and 70s. The sugar stays in your bloodstream longer, causing more damage to blood vessels, organs, and immune cells. The immediate consequence of this daily sugar assault is dramatically increased susceptibility to infections, slower wound healing, and persistent fatigue that many seniors mistake for normal aging. When your white blood cells are constantly battling sugar-induced inflammation, they can't respond effectively to real threats like viruses, bacteria, or abnormal cell growth. This means every cut takes longer to heal, every cold lasts longer, and your body struggles to maintain the energy levels you remember from just a few years ago. Here's your immediate action plan. Starting today, read every food label before you buy anything packaged. Look for words like high fructose corn syrup, cane sugar, dextrose, maltose, or any ingredient ending in O's. Choose plain Greek yogurt and add fresh berries instead of buying pre-sweetened versions. Replace sugary cereals with steel-cut oats topped with cinnamon and a small amount of fresh fruit. Don't wait another day to make this change because every meal high in added sugar weakens your immune defenses for hours afterward. Hidden Poison 2. Ultra-processed foods. Ultra-processed foods are silently sabotaging your body's defense system in ways that most seniors never realize. These aren't just obviously unhealthy options like chips and soda. We're talking about foods that seem healthy but are actually manufactured in factories using industrial processes and dozens of artificial ingredients. The Mayo Clinic defines ultra-processed foods as products containing ingredients you wouldn't find in a typical home kitchen, including artificial preservatives, flavor enhancers, colorings, and emulsifiers that your body doesn't recognize as real food. These chemical additives accumulate in your tissues over time, creating a toxic burden that your liver and kidneys struggle to eliminate, especially as these organs naturally become less efficient with age. Research published in the Mayo Clinic proceedings shows that people who consume more than 4 servings of ultra-processed foods daily have significantly higher levels of inflammatory markers in their blood. These inflammatory compounds directly attack your immune cells, creating a state of chronic low-grade inflammation that exhausts your body's natural defenses. Dr. Carlos Montero, who pioneered ultra-processed food research, found that seniors consuming high amounts of these foods show immune system aging equivalent to someone 10 to 15 years older than their chronological age. The processing methods used to create these foods also strip away beneficial nutrients like fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants that your immune system needs to function properly. What's particularly concerning for seniors is that ultra-processed foods are designed to be convenient and shelf-stable, making them appealing to people who may have mobility limitations or difficulty preparing fresh meals. However, the convenience comes at a devastating cost to your health. The emulsifiers used to keep ingredients mixed together can damage the protective lining of your intestines, allowing harmful substances to enter your bloodstream. The artificial flavors and colors can trigger allergic reactions and sensitivities that didn't exist when you were younger, as your immune system becomes more reactive with age. The immediate consequence of eating ultra-processed foods regularly is persistent low-grade inflammation that makes you more susceptible to infections, slows recovery from illness, and accelerates the aging process throughout your entire body. Your immune system becomes so busy fighting the inflammatory response from processed ingredients that it can't effectively protect you from real health threats. This is why many seniors who eat what they think are convenient, healthy meals still find themselves getting sick frequently and feeling constantly tired. Replace one ultra-processed food daily with a whole food alternative, and you'll start seeing improvements in your energy and immune function within 2 weeks. Instead of packaged meals, prepare simple dishes using fresh ingredients you recognize. Choose whole fruits instead of fruit snacks, real cheese instead of processed cheese products, and fresh vegetables instead of anything that comes in a box with a long ingredient list. Start this change today before permanent damage occurs to your immune system's ability to protect you. Hidden poison. 3. Refined vegetable oils. Most seniors are cooking with oils that create inflammatory responses throughout their bodies without realizing the damage they're causing. Common cooking oils like soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, and vegetable oil blends contain extremely high levels of omega-6 fatty acids that disrupt your body's natural inflammatory balance. Johns Hopkins researchers have documented how the typical American diet contains 16 to 20 times more omega-6 fatty acids than omega-3 fatty acids, when the optimal ratio should be closer to 4 to 1. This imbalance triggers chronic inflammation that directly weakens immune system function and makes your body more susceptible to infections, joint pain, and cardiovascular problems. Dr. Artemis Simopoulos, a leading researcher at Johns Hopkins School of Medicine, has shown that excess omega-6 consumption from refined oils promotes the production of inflammatory compounds called eicosanoids. These compounds signal your immune system to maintain a constant state of alert, exhausting immune cells and making them less responsive to actual threats. The refining process used to create these oils also removes natural antioxidants and creates harmful byproducts that your liver must work over time to process, further stressing your body's detoxification systems. Many of these oils are also extracted using chemical solvents and subjected to high heat processing that creates toxic compounds your body struggles to eliminate. What makes this situation particularly dangerous for seniors is that these refined oils are hidden in countless processed foods, restaurant meals, and even products marketed as healthy alternatives. That whole grain bread you buy might seem like a healthy choice, but if it's made with soybean oil, you're getting a dose of inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids with every slice. Restaurant meals are typically prepared using these cheap, inflammatory oils because they're less expensive than healthier alternatives, meaning that eating out frequently can significantly increase your inflammatory burden. The immediate consequence of cooking with refined vegetable oils is chronic inflammation that manifests as joint stiffness, digestive issues, skin problems, and increased susceptibility to infections. Many seniors attribute these symptoms to normal aging, but they're actually signs that your body is fighting a constant inflammatory battle caused by the oils you're using to prepare your meals. This inflammation doesn't just affect how you feel today. It accelerates cellular aging and increases your risk of developing serious health conditions over time. Switch to extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil for all your cooking needs, and you'll notice improvements in joint comfort and energy levels within 3 to 4 weeks. These oils contain beneficial compounds that actually support immune function rather than undermining it. Use olive oil for low to medium heat cooking and avocado oil for higher heat applications. Throw away any bottles of vegetable oil, corn oil, or soybean oil in your kitchen today and make this switch immediately to stop the inflammatory damage. Hidden poison. 4. Artificial preservatives and additives. Chemical preservatives and artificial additives are turning your digestive system into an environment that can't support healthy immune function. Your gut contains approximately 70% of your immune system, and artificial preservatives like BHT, BHA, sodium benzoate, and potassium sorbate kill beneficial bacteria that are essential for proper immune response. The Centers for Disease Control has documented how these chemicals accumulate in body tissues over time, creating oxidative stress that damages immune cells and disrupts the delicate balance of your gut microbiome. As you age, your body's natural ability to eliminate toxins decreases, making seniors particularly vulnerable to the accumulating effects of these chemical preservatives. Research from the CDC shows that seniors with higher levels of artificial preservatives in their system have significantly lower counts of beneficial bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, which are crucial for immune system communication and function. Dr. Robert Dunn from the CDC's Environmental Health Laboratory has found that common preservatives used in packaged foods can remain in body tissues for weeks, continuously disrupting cellular processes that support immune health. These chemicals also interfere with your body's natural detoxification processes, forcing your liver and kidneys to work harder to eliminate toxins at a time when these organs are naturally becoming less efficient with age. The situation becomes even more problematic when you consider that many seniors rely heavily on convenience foods due to mobility limitations, reduced energy for cooking, or simply the habit of reaching for familiar packaged products. However, these convenient foods often contain the highest concentrations of artificial preservatives and additives. Even foods that seem healthy, like whole grain breads, yogurts, and cereals, often contain multiple chemical preservatives that your gut bacteria can't properly process. The cumulative effect of consuming these chemicals daily creates an environment in your digestive system that's hostile to the beneficial bacteria your immune system depends on. The immediate consequence of consuming foods loaded with artificial preservatives is a compromised gut barrier that allows harmful substances to enter your bloodstream, triggering inflammatory responses throughout your body. This condition, known as increased intestinal permeability, makes you more susceptible to food sensitivities, infections, and autoimmune reactions. Your digestive system becomes less efficient at absorbing nutrients from healthy foods, creating deficiencies that further weaken your immune defenses. Choose fresh, minimally processed foods whenever possible, and read ingredient lists carefully to avoid products containing multiple chemical preservatives. Shop the perimeter of grocery stores where fresh produce, meats, and dairy products are located, rather than focusing on packaged items from center aisles. Prepare meals using fresh ingredients and store leftovers in glass containers rather than relying on pre-packaged options with long shelf lives. Every preserved meal you choose over fresh alternatives damages your gut health and weakens your immune system further. Hidden poison. 5. Excess sodium. The hidden sodium in processed and restaurant foods is slowly poisoning your immune system in ways that most seniors never connect to their frequent illnesses and low energy levels. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium daily for adults over 60, but the average senior consumes over 3,400 milligrams daily, mostly from hidden sources. This isn't just about the salt shaker on your table. We're talking about the sodium hiding in bread, canned soups, frozen meals, restaurant dishes, and even supposedly healthy foods like cottage cheese and breakfast cereals. What makes this particularly concerning is that your taste buds become less sensitive to salt as you age, leading many seniors to add even more salt to foods that are already loaded with sodium. Research published by the American Heart Association shows that excess sodium consumption directly impairs immune cell function by altering cellular communication pathways and increasing oxidative stress throughout the body. High sodium levels force your kidneys to work overtime, creating systemic inflammation that exhausts immune cells and makes them less effective at protecting you from infections. Dr. Nancy Cook from Harvard Medical School has documented how seniors consuming high-sodium diets show measurably weaker responses to vaccines and take longer to recover from common illnesses. The excess sodium also interferes with your body's ability to maintain proper fluid balance, leading to swelling and putting additional stress on your cardiovascular system. What's particularly dangerous about excessive sodium consumption is how it affects medication absorption and effectiveness in seniors. Many seniors take multiple medications, and high sodium levels can interfere with how these medications work in your body. Blood pressure medications become less effective. Heart medications may not provide adequate protection, and even over-the-counter pain relievers can become less helpful when your body is dealing with chronic inflammation caused by too much sodium. The combination of multiple medications and high sodium intake creates a perfect storm that can dramatically weaken your immune system's ability to protect you. The immediate consequence of consuming too much sodium is impaired immune cell activity that makes you more susceptible to infections, slower to heal from injuries, and less able to fight off the daily exposure to bacteria and viruses that younger people handle easily. High sodium levels also contribute to chronic inflammation throughout your cardiovascular system, forcing your heart to work harder and reducing the efficient delivery of immune cells to areas where they're needed most. Use herbs, spices, lemon juice, and garlic to flavor your food instead of relying on salt or pre-seasoned products. Read nutrition labels and choose products with less than 200 milligrams of sodium per serving whenever possible. Cook more meals at home using fresh ingredients where you control exactly how much sodium goes into your food. Replace canned soups with homemade versions using low-sodium broth, and choose fresh or frozen vegetables over canned versions that often contain added sodium. Reduce your sodium intake today to protect your immune system and improve your energy levels within just 2 weeks. Hidden Poison 6, Trans Fats and Hidden Partially Hydrogenated Oils. Even small amounts of trans fats are devastating your immune system in ways that continue long after you've finished eating. While many obvious sources of trans fats have been removed from the food supply, partially hydrogenated oils still hide in baked goods, coffee creamers, margarine, and many packaged snacks. Harvard School of Public Health research shows that consuming even 2 grams of trans fats daily increases inflammatory markers in the blood by up to 25% and significantly impairs the function of immune cells responsible for fighting infections and abnormal cell growth. What makes trans fats particularly dangerous is that they're completely artificial substances that your body has no natural mechanism to process or eliminate efficiently. Dr. Dariush Mozaffarian from Harvard's Department of Epidemiology has documented how trans fats alter cell membrane structure throughout the body, making immune cells less flexible and less able to respond quickly to threats. These damaged cell membranes can't properly communicate with other immune cells, disrupting the coordinated response your body needs to fight off infections effectively. Trans fats also interfere with the production of beneficial omega-3 fatty acids, further compromising your body's natural anti-inflammatory processes. The damage from trans fats is cumulative, meaning that even small amounts consumed regularly create increasing harm over time. For seniors, the dangers of trans fats are magnified because your body's natural repair mechanisms become less efficient with age. While a younger person might be able to recover from occasional trans fat consumption, seniors accumulate more damage from these toxic fats, and the recovery process takes much longer. Trans fats also interfere with the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like vitamins A, D, E, and K, which are crucial for immune function. This creates a double problem, where you're not only consuming harmful substances, but also preventing your body from absorbing the nutrients it needs to maintain strong immune defenses. The immediate consequence of consuming any amount of trans fats is severe inflammatory response that weakens all body systems and dramatically increases your risk of infections, heart disease, and cellular damage that accelerates aging. Unlike other dietary mistakes that cause gradual harm, trans fats create immediate oxidative stress that can persist for days after consumption. Your immune system becomes so overwhelmed fighting trans fat-induced inflammation that it can't effectively protect you from environmental toxins, bacteria, or abnormal cell development. Completely eliminate any foods containing partially hydrogenated oils from your diet by carefully reading every ingredient label before purchasing packaged foods. This means avoiding most commercial baked goods, many brands of peanut butter, coffee creamers, and margarine products. Choose butter, olive oil, or avocado oil instead of any spreadable products that list partially hydrogenated oils in their ingredients. Don't assume that foods labeled trans fat-free are safe because products can contain up to 0.5 gram per serving and still use this label. Eliminate these completely today because your immune system and your life depend on it. The truth is that these 6 hidden poisons are sabotaging millions of seniors' health every single day, but you now have the knowledge and tools to protect yourself immediately. Small changes in your daily food choices can dramatically improve your immune function within just 2 to 3 weeks. Your body has an amazing ability to heal and strengthen itself when you stop feeding it inflammatory substances and start providing the nutrients it needs to thrive. Have you discovered any of these hidden poisons in your kitchen? Share which one surprised you most in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more health-protecting information that could save your life. Share this with other seniors in your life because everyone deserves to know how to eliminate these immune system destroyers and reclaim their health starting today.